Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. And getting ready for the putt. Frank, they didn't have any openings at EA Sports Basketball because, I mean, this is just brutal to watch. Take you down to hole number 11. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing all right, Rich. It's just, compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie.
Chance for back-to-back.
It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
Par 3 13th, it's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
That's a good shot right there, about 10 feet away. They'll have a good chance. Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called Wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dog leg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Oh, I thought he had that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the cause.
With authority, count it as a par, and 2 under. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. This is EA Sport Next. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Alberta Classic. Frank, what are we looking at on this approach shot here at the 14th?
This 14th green just built up a little bit. Got to be careful you don't miss this green on the left side. It'll just kick all the way down. It'll be a difficult little chip up the hill. But once again, second shot's not too long.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line.
That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Just a sensational putt. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Rich. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. It'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. Really a chance to have a fast finish.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. It just, you feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Frank, you've navigated so many leaderboards in your career. This is the way to do it, isn't it?
Oh, there's plenty of holes ahead too, Rich. Third place, a really good position to be playing from here on in.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Bridge of the Alberta Classic. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. .602-yard par 5, 7th hole, Frank. I'm guessing you want to take the big stick out and let it rip here.
Saw Rory McIlroy hit his tee shot here so far he had an iron in.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
No question.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole?
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. And that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Trying to make yet another birdie. On the way. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wouldn't say that was his best, but not bad either. On the green and with a putt. This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. So a tester from 4 feet. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Day 3, and what a tournament this is shaping up to be, Frank.
Quite simply, great weather, great golf, great fans, which is the perfect mix for a golfer trying to win a tournament. The final round, if this is anything to go by, has to just be sensational.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Alberta Classic. Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, I thought he made that. He can't believe it. Thought it was in. Could use this one. This is for par. Has his par. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there. About 315 yards. That was a solid strike and a good result. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Another who's who.
And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot. Oh, that's fine.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just a pure strike, and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, looking at this approach now to the 16th, what does the player need to be aware of?
You've got to make sure you fly the ball every inch of the way here, Rich. The ball won't kick forward because of that false front. So making sure you at least club up, not club down.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
This from 7 feet. That is a solid par putt. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards of par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. The green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
He's made it. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of getting out of your own way. I mean, the opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour, the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the International Challenge. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Getting set now over the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Has this one for par. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
That was not a very good read right there.
Even par, currently.
Even par early on. Now at the third hole here at Royal Troon, and Frank, another sort of short par 4, just 379 yards.
Yeah, simplicity's the key here, Rich. You don't really want to hit the ball more than 280 yards. Reason why is there's a burn there. And then from there, still only a wedge into a green that has 2 tiers. That was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. He just missed the bunker. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that's just going to leave you a short iron in.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
And now... appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. On the green. Focus. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the International Challenge. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break. That's a good par there, Rich.
Frank, we're moving inland now, and what are we facing here at this par 4 7th hole?
Just a dog leg to the right. Ideally, just a little cut off the tee.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Second shot. Good look at the green. Wow, what a day. Every green hit in regulation and getting ready for the putt. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. Frank, here we are. All of 123 yards. It's a famous postage stamp hole.
It sits up there nice and proud. It's protected by 5 bunkers, but avoid the ones on the right. They're the deepest, all the way down on that right side.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
You're starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Whew, this is tough to watch.
I've already got my eyes covered.
Front nine is in the rearview mirror here at Royal Troon. Rich Lerner pleased as always to be alongside Frank Novello, who played Royal Troon in the Open Championship twice. This back nine getting underway, and we start with the 10th hole, and Frank, a blind tee shot.
Yeah, from the championship tees, the hole bends to the left. Really, you don't want to hit the ball more than 280, 290 yards. Otherwise, you'll run out of fairway. From there, just a short iron.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Getting set now over the putt. Oh, good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
Frank, you come to an Open Championship and you expect to hear the term gorse. You see it here on the 11th hole. If you do end up in the gorse, what can you possibly do to get out?
Well, anything you can. A lot of the times it's an unplayable lie. But if you remember back 2004, Ernie Els tried to play a ball when it was suspended about 3 feet off the ground and managed to flick it out of the sort of the thorny gorse.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Your swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Pretty good shot right there. Shouldn't be a problem here. In for par. 2 rounds in the books, Frank, and a good spot from which to make a move.
Yeah, well positioned. Really, if you're leading, it's a different pressure. Being in the chaser pack there, playing well, what a great position to go into with 2 rounds to go.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the International Challenge. Well, this golf course goes back a long ways, to 1878, in fact. We're at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Rich Lerner alongside Frank